Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE Universe Mode. We are back with some SWE Throwdown, and we've got a very interesting show here for you this evening. And of course, we are building off of our previous Second City Throwdown pay-per-view. And we are going to head straight to the ring as we have the Authors of Pain alongside Paul Ellering. And the Authors of Pain here just attacking Ellering. Wow. Where has this come from? Paul Ellering, of course, the manager of the Authors of Pain. We draft him as part of the draft with the Authors of Pain, but they seem to have different ideas here. Of course, he's supposed to be the big manager who's going to bring them forward to really step up their game. However, of course, they did have an opportunity to get themselves a shot at the Tag Team Championships, but of course they lost in a match to American Alpha just before the pay-per-view last week. So it looks like they seem to have turned their attention on who they think the major problem is in this situation. And it seems like they think it's Paul Ellering as they just continue the assault. Akam and Rezar, I'm surprised by this. And Paul Ellering just keeps getting back up, and this is probably not a good idea at all. For him anyway. Just launching him across the ring. They're just pinching away at that shoulder. And it looks like this is actually a proper match here. The referee's counting down. Oh, right off the ring post as well. And Paul Ellering is in serious, serious danger. I don't think these guys at Authors of Pain are really bothered about the referee's count. They just want to cause damage to Paul Ellering, and that's exactly what they're doing. Just casually walking into the ring. This is going to be a counter, isn't it, because of this? The match slide for it. He's caught me in the back of the leg, but the numbers game is just going to catch up with him. There's two members of Authors of Pain. There's only one Paul Ellering, and as much as he's trying to fight himself back and so forth, it's just not going to be enough, is it? How do you do a count out with a 2-on-1 match anyway? How does that even work? What happens if one member of the two gets counted out? Is that both members get counted out? I don't understand, to be honest. But absolutely demolishing Paul Ellering, and obviously here this is a symbolization that Akam and Rezar, the Authors of Pain, are going to be going solo now. And it's just a shame they've literally only had a couple of matches so far in SWE, and they did win one of them. They defeated TM61 in their very first match, but of course that lost to American Alpha. And look at Paul Ellering once again getting some offense, but again just not enough. The numbers game catches up and he gets caught with that backdrop. And now dropping Ella in there with the snake eyes. He's been busted open now as well. And just launches him out of the ring and just still continuing the assault. There's just so much damage being done here to Ellering. This could completely finish him off in SWE, really. Being assaulted by two of the most dangerous men that SWE have to offer. But how much more dangerous can they become? That's the question. Without the likes of Paul Ellering keeping a touch on their strengths and just sort of holding them and controlling them as such. What they're going to be like when there's no one there to do that? They're going to be complete loose cannons. They could be absolutely brutally dangerous to anybody who dares come anywhere near them. Big kick in the gut there as well, and referee counting once again. But like I say, I don't think these guys are going to care whatsoever if the referee counts them out. But of course, even though this is a 2-on-1 match as such against their manager, who's not a professional wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, we will still have to give out ranking points for this because it is a victory at the end of the day. And poor old Paul Ellering here is absolutely being hammered, absolutely destroyed. This is quite difficult to watch, in fairness, isn't it, really? Oh, but Ellering is again slowly getting back up to his feet, but again it's just the numbers game is just too much for him. Oh, there we go. Slamming him down. And that's got to be enough. No, it's not enough. Just when you think it's enough, they just continue the assault. That's the problem here, isn't it? Big Russian leg sweep. Is that enough? Nope. Still looking to continue the assault. But this could be enough. Taking him in for a powerbomb. And there finally is the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Of course, the Authors of Pain have demolished Paul Ellering here. And symbolization that they are now going solo. Wow. You just see a bit of a highlights of a few of those big, impactful moves. There was the Russian leg sweep. And of course, there was the jackknife powerbomb that finished Paul Ellering off. And wow, that is absolutely insane. Paul Ellering has been completely demolished and removed from the Authors of Pain. That's probably going to be the last time we'll see him. Definitely here on Throwdown, but will he be in any condition to ever be in any of our shows again? That's the question. We'll have to wait and find out, I suppose, as time goes on. But the Authors of Pain absolutely demolished Paul Ellering here. And this could be the start of something even more dangerous in the tag team division. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be Lana taking on Emma. Now, of course, we saw Emma at the pay-per-view Second City Showdown, or Second City Throwdown, should I say, having an opportunity at Alicia Fox's Throwdown Championship. Unfortunately, she was unable to win that one for her. But that, for me, was a massive shock, really. I didn't expect... It sounds a bit harsh on Alicia Fox, but I didn't expect Alicia Fox to be able to successfully retain that, and she's proved me wrong. Just like she did when she won the match at, of course, Shabby Mania in the Elimination Chamber to win the belt. Really proving to me that she is an outstanding competitor. And now here an opportunity for Lana. It's been really difficult to find a good Lana, to be honest. Now, there is quite a few people that have been able to create really good-looking, like Paul Ellerings and Lanas and so forth. But all they're doing is they're using the alternative attire sort of thing. And that does work, but the problem is it also doesn't work at the same time because all you get is a manager. I didn't realise you could create a core that was a manager, to be honest. But evidently you can. So Lana in the ring awaiting the entrance of Emma. The Emma-lution looking to continue here this evening. Lana's dress disappeared very quickly. That's just... Yeah, I'm not gonna continue that sentence. Oh, I'm not going to continue that sentence. That's far too dodgy. And here she comes then, Emma. Emma, the Emma-lution. The Emma-lution is coming. Now, of course, she'll be looking to try and get herself back in the good books. Get some more ranking points after that loss against Alicia Fox at Second City Throwdown. And in fairness to Emma, I feel like this could be a good opportunity for her to do so, to be honest. I do have women's matches, quite a lot of women's matches actually this month. Next week we're going to see Kairi Sane taking on Shayna Baszler. Week after that we're going to have a #1 contendership as Alexa Bliss takes on Peyton Royce. We've got some really good matches for you. Actually, tonight's matches are very good as well. After this one, we have for you Shelton Benjamin taking on Dolph Ziggler one-on-one, which is pretty good. We've also got Edge versus Chris Benoit. And then our main event this evening is going to be our new United States Champion, Jinder Mahal, taking on John Cena one-on-one. Should be interesting as well. And the bell goes and we are underway. And Emma straight away just dropping Lana with that Fez press. Big boot in the gut as well. Now dropping a boot in the knee. And Emma, still surprised to me that she left WWE. Again, well, the second time, of course. She was released once already when she got caught shoplifting. Or accidentally shoplifting, as she was have everyone believe. So yeah, it's a shame that she did get released. It makes little sense to me because they seem to like these women's stables, these women's trios. And it just, for me, it made perfect sense for her to join up with Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Wow. Did she just win that much of a scoop slam? What just happened here? How was she so sweaty after that? Wow, Emma just absolutely destroyed Lana. And this is quite... How sweaty is Emma, my word. Oh. Emma's got steel chair backing into the ring. Oh, wow, Emma just whacking Lana with that steel chair and threatening the referee as well. Wow, Emma turn it to the dark side. Obviously, that loss at the pay-per-view seems to have really hit her hard. Wow. So there we go. Emma, #1 contender for the Women's Championship by the looks of it. That's Lana. Why is Lana #1 contender for the Women's? That's weird, isn't it? Oh, I know why. I know why, because I buggered this one up. I've really buggered this. I just realised, right, between you and me, a bit of a secret here. I just realised that I've forgotten to put any of the women on the roster. So only Lana and Lacey Evans are actually part of Throwdown. So I'll have to change that, but it shouldn't cause many problems. But of course, Emma still picking up the momentum. But what a victory here for her. And absolutely demolishing Lana in the process with that steel chair. So have we just seen an Emma heel turn, I believe? It looks that way. And here we go, then here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be Dolph Ziggler taking on Shelton Benjamin one-on-one. This should be an interesting one as well, then. This should be a match where two guys are looking to get some good momentum points moving forward. And you never know, you might get a chance to see one of these two guys get themselves into a championship picture at some point. Ziggler struggled a lot last year. Because I think it was my own fault. I think I put him in a lot of like 6-man matches, a lot of fatal 4-ways and so forth, and when you do that, it is very, very difficult to really give somebody a decent opportunity, because they do just, yeah, when you're in fatal 4-ways, there's only so many you can win, of course. So I'm going to have a quick look now. Where is Ziggler in the old ranking? Ziggler is... He's not a bad position, actually. Ziggler's on 117 ranking points. He's actually in a pretty decent position. 115, sorry, as I say. He's 115 ranking points. He's actually in a pretty decent position. But a victory here would definitely help him out as much. I can't even talk. A victory here would definitely help him out a lot. It would move him ahead of quite a few other people. Including the likes of Okada, Raymond Rowe. And all the members of the Freebirds, for some reason, are quite high ranked. And of course, Shelton Benjamin is dead middle, I think. Shelton Benjamin's actually on 95 points. So he has wrestled once and lost that one match by the sounds of it. So he needs his victory as well to help push him a little bit higher up. Of course, he is part of the American Alpha stable alongside Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, and Kurt Angle. So it would really be a good victory for him. I see American Alpha, of course, tag team, the other current tag team champions after Second City Throwdown. So American Alpha Tag Team Champions, potentially with maybe Shelton Benjamin going for that United States Championship. Nice little handshake there between these two. And then potentially Kurt Angle going for the main event championship. That would, for me, would be the that for me would be the good one. That would be the dream. But I think the fact with Ziggler wearing the American trousers, I think, helps me out a bit. Because I did want to go for this whole anti-American versus American thing. And we have dabbled in it a bit so far. And of course, our main event being John Cena versus Jinder Mahal, we can dabble in it a bit more later on this evening. Nice X Factor there by Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler now DDT on Shelton Benjamin as well. Ziggler bringing Shelton Benjamin back up to his feet now, looking for... It's a neck breaker, hits it as well. Ziggler in control so far. Yeah, so Ziggler does need this win. It will definitely help him out a lot, won't it? At the moment, we've got Jinder Mahal's one, the highest rated. And as I did say at Second City Throwdown, I have made the match for our next pay-per-view, which is yet to be named, because I'm terrible at doing that sort of thing ahead of time. We are going to see CM Punk defending the Throwdown Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Those are the top two ranked guys on the brand. Of course, CM Punk being the champion, and Nakamura is second in the rankings, which means that he is going to be the challenger. Simple as that, to be honest. Jinder Mahal's third in the rankings. Of course, he's the United States champion. John Cena is knocking around somewhere, and I feel like if John Cena was to get a victory here this evening against Jinder Mahal, there's no reason why he wouldn't be #1 contender, really. And that's... He'd get a nice wodge of points off Cena, and that would definitely move him up the rankings, because at the moment, he is currently 8th in the rankings. So he could do with a boost. There's Shelton Benjamin here stalking the grounded Dolph Ziggler. This could be another quick match here. There is the complete shot. Benjamin into the pin. There it is. 1, 2... Oh no, Ziggler kicked out. Benjamin thought he had the match won there and then there. The tongue twister, there and then. That's jawbreaker there by Ziggler. And a drop kick as well, right into the chest of Shelton Benjamin. Very back and forth match, this one. My PS4 seems to be overheating quite a lot. It's really gone mad with the old fan. Nice Famehauser there. Famehauser, as it's called in this game now. I can't call it a Fameasser anymore, for some bizarre reason. And a complete shot of his own there by Ziggler. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Ziggler now dropping an elbow right into the inside of the leg of Shelton now. Oh, showing off. He is known as the show-off. And he's showing exactly why here. Benjamin back up on his feet though, launching Ziggler over the top, now rolling through. Benjamin now dropping a knee, or an elbow right on the side of the knee of Dolph Ziggler, going for the pin once again. There it is, 1, 2, no, only 1 count. Wow. Caught me out there. Drop kick in the spine now, bringing Ziggler back up to his feet. There's the snapmare. And now wrenching back at that arm of Ziggler. Shelton Benjamin in control of this match here, and both these guys so desperate for this victory. It's going to take quite a bit to keep either of the two of them down. But like I said, don't forget we've still got 2 more matches left for you after this one. We have got Edge versus Chris Benoit and John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal. Only a 2 count once again by Ziggler on Shelton Benjamin. A boot right in the back, and now Ziggler heading up top. Dropping the... I don't know if he hit... It looked to me like he hit it, but for some reason Benjamin reacted like he didn't. Nice vertical suplex there by Ziggler. Ziggler now bringing... No. Shelton back up to a seated base, then dropping the leg scissors. But Benjamin able to break free. Oh, a stiff right hand there by Ziggler. Benjamin shaken now into a Famehauser once again. But Benjamin just tripping Ziggler over. A boot in the gut as well now. Again, just going back to that collegiate wrestling style, just rolling him through. And of course, a lot of people talk about the collegiate wrestling style of quite a lot of these wrestlers in WWE. The likes of Jack Swagger, of course, was one that was spoken about. He was a former, is it NCAA champion, is it? Is that the right word? And a lot of those sort of guys, but a lot of people don't really talk about Dolph Ziggler as much. And Dolph Ziggler was someone who did a lot of collegiate wrestling, and is actually very, very good. I think he's actually one of the most successful collegiate wrestlers WWE have had in their past, and he really has shown some incredible ego and personality to go along with it. I'm still surprised he's not made... Well, I'm still surprised that we haven't made over his career, to be honest, because there was a couple of points where he was so over, the time was right, and they just haven't taken that opportunity over the years. And he is a former WWE champion, I believe, isn't he? Did he cash in his Money in the Bank once? I seem to remember he cashed in his Money in the Bank at one point to one of the biggest pops I'd heard in years. It was a night after WrestleMania, I think it was, the Raw after WrestleMania, and he was so over at that point in time, and they brought him out to cash in his Money in the Bank, and it was such a loud pop, probably one of the biggest pops I'd heard, like I say, in quite a few years. And at the moment he's got a heel, but I feel like he has the potential to be one of the best faces the company can have. Really, he just has that ability about him. And there's another high impact maneuver into the pin. 1, 2, still only a 2. Benjamin kicking out. Not quite sure how Benjamin's kicking out, to be honest, but he's doing it somehow. Dropping a knee right in his face. Ziggler bringing Benjamin up. Benjamin is so badly busted open. The longer this match goes, the more it must be taking a toll on the body of Shelton Benjamin. The more blood he loses. It's liquid energy just running from the forehead of Shelton Benjamin. And Ziggler now, you see him just squeezing the head, squeezing the neck. That's just to push more blood out, really. And like I said, the more blood that Shelton Benjamin loses, the easier, well, the easier, the more blood that Benjamin loses, the less energy he's going to have. It's quite simple, really. Ziggler with the right hand now, catching Benjamin once again. Benjamin taking him down. Went for the drop kick, but I think Ziggler just sidestepped it. And a nice suplex there by Shelton Benjamin. But does he have enough to turn this match around? He's been in a difficult position for quite some time now. And there you go, Ziggler breaking free once again. Dropping Benjamin into the neck breaker. There's a pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Ziggler now stalking Benjamin. Does Ziggler have what it needs to finish him off this time? It's another zigzag, and surely that's going to be enough. There's the pin. 1, 2. No, how? How is this even happening? I don't get it. I really don't. It's the craziness of this match, I tell you. Over the top cutter there by Ziggler on Shelton Benjamin. Ziggler now bringing Shelton back up to a seated base. Stalking the grounded man, then booting him right in the spine. Ziggler once again bringing Benjamin back up. There's the snapmare now. Just lock it in the reverse chin lock again. Squeezing the head, squeezing the neck, and it's just going to push more blood out of the open cut that's currently in the forehead of Shelton Benjamin. Benjamin's back up though, but has enough to turn this around. Every time I've said that so far, he just hasn't. Benjamin wrenching back at the arm of Ziggler. Really wrenching back. Just lifted Ziggler's entire body up by that arm, which is not the best place for him to be. Both guys back up and both guys holding on to respective body parts. This match has gone so long now that both guys are in not the best condition, but they know how important these ranking points are. They really are very, very important. Ziggler now just dropping more punches right into the head of Shelton Benjamin. There's the pin, and finally, there we go. Dolph Ziggler able to dispatch Shelton Benjamin, but it was not easy whatsoever. Shelton Benjamin put up a very, very good fight, but the points were so well fought for by both guys, and it was a shame for Benjamin, because like I say, he did put up a fantastic fight, and he is now going to drop another 5 ranking points, but we might have to give him the Octane treatment, as I've been calling it. A little bit of a boost, you know. It works. Put him in a couple of easy matches over a couple of weeks and sort of try and build him up a bit. But you can see why I'm surprised he lasted so long, to be honest, because he did take a hell of a beating. And Dolph Ziggler proves to us that he could be something special here on Throwdown. And you know, I'm half tempted maybe at some point to maybe give him a trade. I think Ziggler would work really well on the Octane brand, actually. But I'll have to potentially give Octane somebody, or give Throwdown someone as equally as good from Octane. I don't know if I've got that person, unless there's someone who doesn't fit necessarily into Octane. I'm not sure, to be honest. And oh, another feud screen for some reason. God knows why. Ziggler now is on a hot streak and is 14th in the World Championship rankings, whereas Shelton Benjamin is in the tag rankings. Not quite sure why. It was an instant classic match, apparently. 4.5 stars. Maybe it's one that you guys might want me to put into the best match playlist when I finally get it up and running. I've got all the matches sat there ready to edit. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, maybe that's a match that deserves to be in that playlist. Let me know in the comment section down below. And here is our next match of the evening. I've seen quite a few of you send in the comment section about how bad the Chris Benoit was, so I have got a new one. Hopefully this one's looking a little bit better. But it is going to be Edge versus Chris Benoit. Another big, big match. Quite close to the top of the rankings, this actually, isn't it? Because Edge is 5th in the rankings. Chris Benoit is about 15th. So this match is worth quite a bit. There's a big gap between Edge and Benoit, I must admit. Edge on 155, Benoit on 120. So if Edge wins this one, he's going to move 45 points ahead of Benoit. If Benoit wins, he gets to within 35 points of Edge. But that's just because Edge is a former champion. That's the only reason why. So I've changed that rule, haven't I, now? So basically, whenever you win a championship, you gain 50 ranking points. Whenever you lose that championship, you lose 25 ranking points. So you're basically getting 25 ranking points on top for winning the championship. And I think that makes more sense because it means that if you are a former champion, you're probably going to be a bit higher at the rankings than other people. And that, for me, sounds fair and realistic. Now, of course, remember, we do have both members of Edge and Christian on this brand. So maybe Edge and Christian as a tag team we'll have to use at some point as well. They are on the tag team rankings, but we've got a massive tag team rankings at this point in time, to be honest. So that's a good thing, I suppose. It means we'll be able to have a very diverse tag team division, but of course, American Alpha, the brand new tag team champions. There he is in the new Chris Benoit. Do you prefer this one? I wasn't. I must admit, I liked it, and then now I'm looking at it in the match. It looks a little bit. I don't know. As I said, I struggle sometimes when I look at these people's faces, and I look at a picture on my computer monitor of the face as well. And sometimes I just really struggle to think if they look right or not. I don't know why. Here we go then, it is Edge versus Chris Benoit. And it's Edge starting things off with that DDT. And this could be a very interesting match again, like I said. Two guys really after the top end of the championship. They want to get up the rankings as much as they possibly can. And of course, the further you're up the rankings, the more chance you have of getting yourself a championship match. And as we've said, I'm giving Shinsuke Nakamura a championship match this month solely for being at the top of the rankings. That's the only reason why. He's not going to have to earn it. He's not going to have to fight in a more contendership match. So it does mean that, like I said, the higher you are in the rankings, the more likely you have to get a big match. And plus, the chance to see Nakamura versus CM Punk. You can't ignore that, can you? You cannot ignore that match. It just has to happen at some point. It is going to happen. And it will give Nakamura the chance to become a champion of two different brands. Has anyone done that yet? Yeah, CM Punk. CM Punk is the first person to win the main event championship in two separate brands. I think apart from him, nobody else has done it yet, though, have they? No, yeah. Of course, CM Punk, the original Mayhem champion, the very first. And of course, then won the Throwdown championship at the Shabby Mania pay-per-view, which meant he stayed here on Throwdown. And then now he has an opportunity to, he's up to see how far he can go with this championship run now. Of course, Shinsuke Nakamura, the first ever Adrenaline champion. And again, he's got an opportunity if he beats CM Punk to become a two-time champion as well. Adrenaline and Throwdown. As this match descends to the outside, I think from here, attire-wise, this Benoit looks spot on. This is the attire I remember, the purple cuts in the leg. This is the attire that I remember him as. But of course, I think he went by many attires, didn't he, really? Nice suplex there by Edge. Referee gets up to a 6 count. I would prefer if these guys did get back in the ring a little bit quicker this year. It used to be a 5 count in last year's game, but now they don't sort of try and get back into about an 8 count. And this is the risk, because if they bugger this up, which they haven't, luckily they didn't, you can out with a double count out, because it does happen on this game quite often. Actually, more often than I would like to admit. I've had to restart many a match because of that. So Chris Benoit now, did he wrestle at the pay-per-view? I think he did, didn't he? Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So Benoit is... No. Benoit's on 115 ranking points because I forgot to edit it. Okay, Benoit's on 115... No, he's on 110 because he lost at the pay-per-view. Okay, so Benoit's on 110 ranking points because he lost against Nakamura at the pay-per-view. So a win here will put him back up to 115. And Edge, like I said, is on 155. So Edge, the Rated R superstar, looking pretty strong as well. Maybe a chance for him to get inside that United States Championship picture. Benoit now just dropping Edge. Throat first over that top rope. Edge now, there's the clothesline, taking Benoit down. Big right hand by Edge, and now looking for the execution, but Benoit reversed it into a Russian leg sweep. Benoit bringing Edge back up to his feet. Oh, looking for it. There it is, the first German. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip, looking for the second. Keeps the grip and rolls the hip one more time, looking for the trifecta of German suplexes, and hits them as well. We could see a crippler crossface incoming. No. The hell? Why has he gone for that? And Edge looking for the complete shot there, or the flatliner. Now Edge stalking the grounded Benoit, who turns around straight into a spear by Edge, who doesn't go for the pin. Why not? Why does Edge not go for this? This is a bizarre match so far, I tell you. So Benoit, instead of going for a crippler crossface, looked like he was going to go for a power slam, got reversed. And then Edge then hitting his signature maneuver, the spear, and not going for the pin straight after, which is just bizarre for me. And now Edge, oh, Edge is going for a sharpshooter. Edge is going, ooh. Not quite a sharpshooter, is it? It's more of a, it's more the Lasso from El Paso style submission that Eddie Guerrero used to use, wasn't it? Basically, look at a sharpshooter, but instead of turning your body, you just sit down the other way around. It's an odd little submission, that, but would have been a bit of a underhanded one there, wouldn't it, if Edge had defeated Chris Benoit with his own style, the submission maneuvers. Benoit just hoisting Edge up by the arm. Edge, big right hand in the gut of Benoit. Sends Benoit face first into the turnbuckle. Benoit hitting Edge with the elbow. Taking him up into that suplex. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip, looking for a second vertical. Keeps the grip, rolls the hip, looking for the third amigo. There we go, the three amigos, made famous, of course, by Eddie Guerrero. I believe that was his homage back to Chris Benoit, wasn't it? Only a 1 count, wow. Okay, interesting. Benoit went for the drop kick to the back of Edge, who avoided it, and caught Benoit with a spinning heel kick. There's the pin, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Edge now bringing Benoit back up to his feet once again. Now there it is, the execution DDT. And Edge still not going for a pin. What is wrong with this guy? Why is he not going for a bloody pin? It's bizarre, isn't it? It really is bizarre. And now Edge maybe lining up another spear. Maybe that's why he didn't go for the pin. There it is, another spear on Benoit. Into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Edge gets the victory. Big ranking point victory there for Edge, pulling further away from Benoit. And Edge up to 160 ranking points now. Yeah, a lot of cutscenes in this video. And there's a handshake there, okay. A show of respect here by Benoit. And Edge as well. So what do you guys think about this Benoit? Do you think it's a better one? Look at his face there. Do you think it's a better Benoit? Or do you think it still needs a bit more work? I don't know. Of course, he is part of the Radicals. It's a pretty good match as well. Pretty impressed by the whole situation. But there we go. And now it is time for your main event of the evening. And here we go then. Time for your main event of the evening. John Cena versus your new United States Champion, Jinder Mahal. The modern day Maharaja. Maharaja. So this should be interesting, this one, actually. Of course, John Cena is somebody who's always been around championships. So difficult to keep away from the championships normally. And then you've got, of course, Mr. Jinder Mahal. Ah, talking of Jinder Mahal, he's right there behind Cena. I've never seen this before, actually. I have never seen the computer do a run-in like this, but that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I've never seen the computer do that before. Normally, I have to set this sort of thing up, but they've actually taken their own initiative, the computer here, and started this brawl halfway up the ramp. We've had a lot of storyline stuff going on. We've only got one feud ongoing at the moment, literally, but every single match has had a cutscene, which I like. I do really like that, and I feel like it is something that just builds the universe mode up a bit. It gives you more rivalries. It gives you more friendships and everything building up, everything that makes the show better. And Cena here looks like he's just going to continue his entrance and leave Jinder Mahal lying, but Jinder's back up and both guys just run straight into each other. Now Jinder catching John Cena on that rampway, taking him up. Oh, Cena fighting back out of that suplex, and now Cena taking Jinder Mahal up into a sit-out powerbomb on that ramped area. Wow. That is going to cause some serious damage, and this attack by Jinder Mahal before this match against John Cena seems to have really backfired. John Cena in the ring, of course. The bell will not go until both guys are in the ring. Here comes Jinder Mahal. Referee rings the bell, and we are underway. Cena DDT on Jinder Mahal. And Cena now stalking Jinder. Or is he? Yep, no. He was, and his shirt disappeared somehow. Can't beat the fantastic animations, can you? Big choke slam there by Jinder Mahal. And while Cena was taking his shirt off, Jinder was able to jump in and take control of this match once again. Now heading up to the middle rope. Dropping that, was that a knees or a splash? I've got no idea what that was, but either way it was effective. He took Cena down. And this will be a massive win here for Jinder Mahal. I mean, winning the United States Championship is one thing, but defeating the WWE's golden boy, John Cena, in a main event of a weekly show is really going to be another step up and a proof that he deserves to be the champion. He deserves to be top of the pile. Jinder now bringing Cena back up to his feet. Springs him off the far rope. Went for the shoulder block, but Cena's shown his strength there, and both guys just clattered into each other in the middle of the ring. Jinder now showing his flair and high-flying ability. Couple of big elbows and another big back elbow on John Cena. I must admit, though, I do like Jinder Mahal. I feel like his run in the main event should come to an end now. I feel like it's been going for quite some time. We need to freshen things up on SmackDown Live. But at the same time, I think that he's done a very good job. He's been an absolutely tremendous heel. He's got a lot of heat. But I really think the United States Championship is where his future lies in WWE. And here in SWE as well, as he stalks John Cena. He hooks it in. And there it is. Oh, taking Cena down. That could be enough. There's the pin. 1, 2, and no, Cena kicked out. Super Cena kicks out at 2. It's a surprise, isn't it? Super Cena. Nice running double axe handle there by Jinder Mahal. Now just crunching away that shoulder of Cena. But Cena's back up, tripping Jinder Mahal over. A couple of boots in the back. Brings Jinder up to a seated base, and can Cena turn this one around? He took a bit of a beating. It's been pretty mixed, actually. Both guys have really caused a lot of damage to each other. But I thought Jinder had it, you know. I really did with that attack earlier on. Nice big couple of shoulder blocks. And we're seeing the 5 moves of doom. There's the shoulder blocks. Now looking for a 5-knuckle shuffle. And hits it. And now, of course, stalking Jinder Mahal, ready for the attitude adjustment. Takes him up. There it is. The AA into the pin. 1, 2. No, Jinder's kicked out. Okay. Oh, freaking K. Jinder now DDT on John Cena. Jinder now dragging Cena into the middle of the ring. There's the pin. Oh, feet up on the ropes. Referee hasn't seen it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Nobody's ever won with that before. Ever. Nice. Jinder just dropping Cena face first on that top rope. Of course, that top rope is woven steel with electrical tape over the top. It is not soft. It is bloody solid. And it takes you quite a long time, you know, just to get used to, actually springing back and forth off the ropes. It takes quite a long time for these guys to be trained in doing that. Because if you don't get it right, you don't get your footwork right, you can cause serious damage. So that's how solid those ropes are. You really have to hit them right. Jinder now in the headlock on Cena. Cena fighting back though, catching Jinder, sending him into that far corner. Springs him off into the turnbuckle on a big stiff clothesline. Pin once again by Cena. It's only for a 1 count this time, wow. Big right hand by Jinder right on the side of the gut of Cena. Takes him up on his shoulder. Cena looking to break free, and he does. Cena now taking Jinder up. Spins him round into that flat out facebuster. Cena taking Jinder up into a sit-out powerbomb as well. And Cena is in firm control of this now. Taking Jinder up, looking for that fallaway slam, but... ooh. There's the flatliner by Jinder Mahal. And Jinder taking control now. Still only a 2 count though. Jinder stalking John Cena once again. But Cena catches him into that belly-to-belly slam, taking him down. Does Cena have enough here? He does. There's the AA, as always, taking Jinder Mahal down. No! Again, Jinder kicked out on the 2. What on earth is going on here? How is Jinder Mahal just kicked out after 2 AAs? That is freaking insane. Cena sit-out powerbomb. Cena sending Jinder into the corner. But Jinder fighting back, catching Cena, big stiff kick as well. Jinder sending Cena into the turnbuckle. Of course, it took Jinder quite a few attempts to finally keep down Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, win the championship. Cena still continuing the assault on Jinder Mahal. I can't believe Jinder hasn't stayed down yet, to be honest. 2 attitude adjustments has kept some of the biggest men down in history. There's the DDT once again. Jinder again going for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, again owner for a 2. Jinder, though, just strutting around the ring. I don't think he knows quite what to do next, because he's hit Cena with some of his biggest tools, and it hasn't been enough. Jinder now rolling Cena over. Still, though, just still wandering around the ring. He can't seem to decide what he needs to do to... What the hell is he doing? My word, he just wandering around like a madman. Do something, Jinder. What are you doing? Who made this game? Who wrote this game? Why would somebody walk around that much? He's going to be bloody knackered. But he does take advantage sooner or later. Nope. He left it. Nope. No, it's big. Vertical suplex. He did hit it. Jinder bringing Cena back up. Went for that running knee. Cena caught Jinder looking for that electric chair. Oh, and, oh, dropped Jinder face first. And he caught the top rope as well. Nice shoulder block there by Jinder Mahal. There's the pin. 1, 2. I need a 2 count. Jinder now bringing Cena up. Snapmare. And just tying Cena up in this submission hold. I'm still not quite sure how this match is going to go at this point in time. It's just so back and forth, isn't it? And nobody seems to be able to keep the other one down. Cena now looking for the gut-wrench suplex on Jinder Mahal. And Cena now just taunting the grounded Jinder Mahal. Cena bringing Jinder up to a kneeling base, or a seated base, let's say. Went for the boot in the back, but Jinder avoids it. Cena now, big boot in the back of the leg of Jinder. Jinder catching Cena with the elbow. It's such a back and forth. Nobody seems to be able to take control. And there is another attitude adjustment out of nowhere, but Cena stays down as well. And looks like he's dislocated his arm somehow. Does Cena have enough? He does finally crawl over to Jinder. He may have left it a bit too long, has he? No, he hasn't. John Cena does pick up the victory over your United States champion, Jinder Mahal. So in my book, that makes John Cena the #1 contender for the Throwdown United States Championship, you know. In my book, anyway. A lot of back and forth in this match. And it took Cena 3 attitude adjustments to keep Jinder Mahal down. On another night, that really could have gone a different way, eh? Really could have gone anyway. There's that running knee strike there by Jinder as well earlier in the match, but still not enough to keep John Cena down. But Cena did eventually pick up the victory, and the Superman is victorious. So, like I said, in my book, that makes John Cena #1 contender. He's going to get the 25 ranking points for defeating a champion. And, yeah, he's definitely going to be forced right into that picture, so I think that we should now book. We've already booked CM Punk versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the Throwdown Championship at our next pay-per-view. But it looks to me like we're going to see John Cena versus Jinder Mahal at the next pay-per-view as well for the United States Championship. There we go. Only week #1, we've already booked our 2 biggest matches for the next pay-per-view. We're going to have some interesting stuff happening this month, and I'd be interested to see if there's any recuperation or anything going on based on that attack by Jinder Mahal before the match, really. John Cena apparently is the #1 contender for the World Championship, or the Throwdown Championship, and Jinder Mahal, of course, is the United States Champion. And John Cena has now been added as a rival to Jinder Mahal and so forth as well. John Cena is on a momentum boost and a hot streak. And we have Jinder Mahal here just on a momentum boost because, of course, he lost his hot streak with losing this match. But there we go then. That is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do slap a like. And, of course, hit that subscribe if you want to see some more. There's links to everything in the description down below, such as the blog where you'll find all the rankings. And, of course, the playlist where you can watch the rest of the episodes. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I shall see you all on... Is it Friday? I think it's either Friday or Saturday, I think. For your next episode of Adrenaline. Bye.